In this country, Nigeria is on fire. This is the Minister of Information of Tinubu. According to what has been trending concerning the $900 million that Tinubu paid to US lobbies so that they can use it to confuse the US government, that is Donald Trump, concerning the genocide going on in Nigeria. So in this money, they say that Biafra has destroyed Nigerian government as Tinubu pays $9 million to US lobbies to convince Trump of the genocide going on in Nigeria. So according to the reports going on and the things that is happening in Nigeria, the money that Tinubu paid to US lobbies for them to convince Trump that there is nothing that is going on in Nigeria is about, they are claiming that the people that is giving reports that there is genocide going on in Nigeria is IPOB. That is IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu team, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is the people that the government is claiming that they are the one giving reports about what is happening, that Nigeria is not committing any genocide, and Nigerian soldiers, they are not buying any people, they are not buying their citizens. So this is an interview according to the Minister of Information of Tinubu. So here he was talking a lot of things concerning how IPOB have destroyed the country and the reason why they paid the $900 million and the consequences Nigeria is facing, because Nigeria is facing a heavy blow to the international world. So in this video, he talked a lot of things concerning what is going on underground in between the US government and in between IPOB also, and the reason why they Tinubu make sure that he prison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not for any other reason, but it's because of this. Because of according to them, they claim that IPOB is the cause of Nigerian downfall, and the IPOB is the people that is causing problem in Nigeria. So they have now left all those people that is spying people, meaning that all the bandits, terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all of them is none of their concern. What is their main problem is about IPOB, is about Nnamdi Kanu, is their main problem. It is what this man is claiming here, that in fact all those terrorists, they are not even doing anything. So IPOB is the main problem. So in this video, he talked a lot of things, and I would like you to watch the video to the end for you to understand everything that is going on in this video, because this man really said a lot of things. So as you're about to watch, try to like, subscribe, and share the video to go around, let others see things happening in Nigeria.
This is a pure case of agenda, and it has IPOB backing. That since IPOB and its leaders are followers of Jewish or Judaism religion in the East, while clothing Christian religionists and their churches somewhere in the Southeast, that they classify this IPOB because they look like they are Jewish people, and that is why they are killing them in the Southeast. He said, nowhere, like I told you in this report, where he will say he admits of the fact that there is any killing in the Southeast and that the killing was perpetrated by the IPOB or Eastern Security Network. This is the only report the senator relied on.
How damaging is Senator Ted Cruz's position? He's not only saying it, he's moved it as a movement of law for an act of parliament in the United States.
First of all, Senator Ted Cruz is having a declining popularity in the U.S. Because of some of the extreme positions he has taken in favor of AIPAC, which the MAGA base are not happy with him. People like Tucker Carlson, Candy Owens, there are quite a number of them who are not comfortable. So in a bid to revive his ailing political career, he decided to choose people of like minds to do that. But let me not push far in that regard and focus on the germane issue of substance. Senator Ted Cruz published on his official Twitter page allegation against the government of Nigeria. And if you look at that, you see he said that is a genocide, that is a killing of Christians in Nigeria, to which public officials are either complicit or all they are participating in it. In other words, he's trying to say that there is a genocide and the genocide is perpetrated by Nigeria government. Now, genocide, if you look at the very concept and definition of genocide, you know that it has to be a state orchestrated thing, or even if it is non-state actors, it has to be established. The second thing is talk about the participation of the government of Nigeria. He knows it is false, but let me tell you where the story is coming from.
Or maybe he doesn't know.
Let me tell you, the reason is because almost all of them base that position that they said on this report. This report was written by Inter-Society Civil Liberty and Rule of Law. They call them International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. It is founded in Nigeria and it is somewhere in Onitsha. Most of the references they made were in this report. Now, if you look at this report, which was first published in August, and then they updated it last month, September, you will know that this is a pure case of agenda, and it has IPOB backing. This report can be seen on their website, Inter-Society Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law. Now, they gave what they call to be a report of killings in Nigeria. They said they got their sources from multiple places. They also said they relied on their previous archive in reaching the conclusion. If you look at the entire report, 70% of the cases of killing that they are referring to happened in 2015, 2016, and I think 2018. The reference they made to the killings in 2025, they said the report, they got them from Sahara Reporters, they got it from one civil society, and they got it from what they call open source. Almost all of the things that they were published, they were based on hearsay. Now, if you're writing a report, the little I know about people who understand what research is, you have to go to the root of the source. You have to verify the point. Nowhere in this report has he established one fact, that this report stemmed from a research by their organization. Needless talking about the people who fund this particular organization. But do you know one intriguing thing about this report? He has analyzed every killings in Nigeria. There is one killing that he refused to acknowledge. And in fact, he even said that all of the killings of priests, the citizens of the southern eastern Nigeria, he said they were perpetuated by the Nigerian security forces, Nigerian crack team, and Nigerian intelligence officers in the pretext of fight against IPOB. Then in that report, he came to that very, very important point here, where he said all of these have seen reckless whatever, and that the premise for which there is false labeling, mass criminalization, class stigmatization, and here's a conclusion, is premised on two things. Number one, that since IPOB and its leaders are followers of Jewish or Judaism religion in the East, white clothing Christian religionists and their churches somewhere in the Southeast, that they classify this IPOB because they look like they are Jewish people, and that is why they are killing them in the Southeast. He said, nowhere, like I told you in this report, where he will say he admits of the fact that there is any killing in the Southeast and that the killing was perpetrated by the IPOB or Eastern Security Network. This is the only report the senator relied on. Meanwhile, there have been reports by Human Rights Watch, report by Amnesty International, United States Institute of Peace, and all other allied reports on insecurity in Nigeria. Not a single one referenced any form of insecurity as religiously based killings in Nigeria.
So there is a concern, though, because where the fire is originating from, it does look like it's Nigerians who have instigated this, and there are those who say they have directly been impacted by the killings in Nigeria. Right. For example, July this year, some Nigerians, some of them who are from Benue State, right, they had a protest press conference in Washington D.C. Right. And now we're even hearing that Marco Rubio is supporting this move, and they said that there is a genocidal attack in their land. Some of these people, and I would say after the Yawata attack, those who have risen up to say it does look like a coordinated attack against Christians, because most of the people that were attacked, churches were attacked, the people that were attacked, most of them are Christian. That it looks like a coordinated attack. Nigerians in the United States seem to have fueled or instigated it.
So there are three things you mentioned here. Number one is a group that went and protested. Number two, the issue they presented to the congressmen. They are fabricated and half truths. Yes to the fact that there have been killings. No to the fact that the killing is because they are Christians. You see, because anywhere a crime is committed, the tribe or religion that is predominant in that place will be the most casualty. You will see the most casualty there. In the same way you see in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Katsina, in Kebbi, where these bandits have come and killed people, abduct people, majority of them are Muslims. So when you go to Benue, and but let me tell you something. Recently, there have been arrests of individuals that were fomenting crisis in Benue. Guess what? They were thrown in the public media. Some of them are Christians. So some of the places, the crisis there, they ask their governors will tell them, because governors receive intel report. It is not because they are Christians. Either it is based on land grabbing, cattle rustling, cattle this, whatever it is, that is the component. That's why United States Institute of Peace never mention religion. So when you go to the United States and you push religion, that you are being persecuted before you are Christian, to me, is a mischaracterization of the real issue.
What is the implication of Nigeria being designated as a country of particular concern?
Well, if a country is designated as a country of particular concern, what happened is that that country is likely to come under sanction. And the sanction can be either of these four. It can be on travel ban, it can be embargo on the sale of arms to you, it can also be trade-related embargo, where there is this tariff or whatever trade restriction, and it can be the fourth one. I think I can't remember. Either of these four can happen to you. Now, some of these Nigerians who are overzealous and are wanting this thing to come on Nigeria because either you are in the opposition or you are even a pastor. You feel that this thing should happen. If the embargo or ban is placed on Nigeria, maybe you've been going there to preach. Nigerians can't go to America. You know, recently Donald Trump banned certain countries where people from those countries can't go there. So you have to know, if you are somebody that travels abroad for what, it can be religious, it can be trade, it can be business. If a sanction is placed on you, that is likely going to affect.
But there are those who will say the Tinubu government has to do a lot of work because these things are being instigated by Nigerians.
So let me tell you why lately Nigerians have been crying for long about insecurity. They've been pushing this issue of religion for a long time. But these guys in the West, that's why I say it's orchestrated agenda. These guys in the West never paid attention to it until an event happened at the United Nations. And 24 hours after that event, Bill Maher was the first to start talking, and he said that it's killing of Nigeria. If you're Western media, you're not talking about it, shame on you. And I don't know why the Nigerian people are not in the street protesting. After he said that, two other podcasters said it, and then before you know, the senators who are APAC-backed senators and senators who have ailing political career, those ones continue to say it and ask people to retreat. Now, this is how you will know that it is agenda. When Nigerians were crying insecurity, what did they do? They didn't do anything. Until now, they feel the opportunity presents itself for them to pick that thing up in order to create problem for Nigeria. And you talked about Marco Rubio may buy into it. Because before now, when Marco Rubio was an ordinary senator, Marco Rubio was among the persons who were pushing for that kind of a thing. But we are committed in bringing out the falsehood. We admit there is insecurity in Nigeria and we're fighting it. We have made significant progress since 2023 when the president came. None of the insecurity in Nigeria relates to religion, and we are making the progress that is required.
Give me a moment.
What is happening in the United States is of concern to Nigeria. It's of concern to the Christians, it's of concern to the Muslims. Because the moment they bring sanctions to breed poverty. Poverty knows no religion. So for me, engagement will be the best. So when we go into executive session, we can decide to set up a small ad hoc committee to go to United States of America and engage our colleague parliamentarians there. And then to also educate them. Because if you see what these people are doing, most of them are outsiders. When they come and start spraying bullets from GP, or what do you call it, or they throw rocket, they are not throwing rocket into the crowd targeting a particular religion. They are killing Nigerians. I don't know who will now go and sit down and bring out maybe the dead bodies and say, this one is a Christian, this one is from this family, this must be a Muslim. So we are facing a situation whereby these terrorists are trying to terminate the lives of Nigerians. And then, of course, frustrate us from going into the farms, producing food to feed ourselves. So this discussion will be better in a closed session, and I think at the end of the day, we should actually have a small team that should visit our colleagues and also put the other side, because some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story. And at the end, it will now look as if only Christians are being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. But I can tell you that a lot of Muslims have lost their lives in the last 5-10 years. The same way Christians have also lost their lives. So my personal opinion is that Nigerians have lost their lives as a result of insurgencies, banditry, and others. So if you look at what is happening in the southeast, predominantly Christians, most of those that are killed in the southeast, including the late husband of our demised icon, Dora Kunyili, the way the man was shot dead and everything, will you come and ascribe that to religion? I'm talking about what IPOP is doing. You see brothers killing brothers. Okay, so the sit-at-home that is going on Mondays in the southeast that has almost crippled the economy of the southeast. Is it targeted at Christians or Muslims? So Nigeria has complex security situations, and we should actually go out there and educate people so that they will know what to do. But when they just come out with a one-sided motion, it means they have a target, and that target is to strangulate the economy of Nigeria. That's my personal opinion. So it's left to us as a parliament to take proactive actions and be strategic in our response. If we stay here to give figures and instances where Muslims were killed or where Christians were killed, then we are not helping the situation. Ours should be, what do we do to ensure what Senator Jimo Ibrahim said, counter terrorism? How do we respond to the guerrilla tactics of the terrorists, whether internal or external aggressors? So let's go into the prayers. Is there anybody that is opposed to this motion? No, I was about to look at your side because I think a lot of Heavenlies have also been killed in the. Is there anybody that is opposed to this motion? Okay, so let me thank distinguished Senator Alain Dume for bringing this motion to the fore, and to say that if we restrict ourselves to the prayers here, we will tend to miss the point. The issues are too complex. The actions of the international community, very worrisome and capable of having adverse effects on Nigerians of all faiths and the economy of the country. It's also capable of affecting the dignity of Nigerians wherever they go to.
Oh yes. Now the type of country we are living into is now shown that the governments, they are not prepared to rule the people, and they are not serious about what is going on in Nigeria. It's now shown that this government of APC is all about propaganda, confusion, and they're trying to paint black white and painting white black for them, for the US to praise them. But they have now failed. So, according to what the Minister of Information of Tinubu gave, the reports he gave, everybody have seen that everything he have been saying in that report, he did not talk about the Fulani herdsmen that have been buying people all over Nigeria till date. He did not talk about the terrorists, the Boko Haram that's already spread all over Nigeria. He did not talk about, in fact, the Christian that have been killing in Benue and every part of Nigeria. Where he was talking about is only the IPOB, ESN, so on and so forth, about the Eastern states, Christian. So everything he has been saying, all his talk is about IPOB, is about Nnamdi Kanu. As if that Nnamdi Kanu is the people that went to Kaduna, Zamfara, Kano, Kwara, Benue, and the other part of the country, as if they are the people that went to all those places. And the result of ESN is about the issue concerning how the Fulani headsmen have taken over the eastern states and conquer everywhere. And once you go to your farm, either you go to your farm coming back with wound, or you go to your farm without returning back again. He did not talk about it. And the main result why ESN comes out, although saying it is what is here. And this government, they have shown Nigerians that they are not capable to rule Nigeria, and they are not capable to lead any state. Everything about the APC is all about propaganda. Now they are trying to paint all the old thing happening both inside and outside. That is ESN is the cause why the international body is seeing everything that is happening in Nigeria. And the amount of money Tinubu paid to US lobbies for them to convince Trump against the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, it is now, in fact, it is now backfiring them. That is why they are now coming out to now speak the truth. Well, that is how God will use to be exposing them every day and every time. And that is the main reason why they do every means to imprison Nnamdi Kanu, because they know that all the plan they want, all the plan they have planned against the Nigerian state, against the Christians, the plan has already opened. So they have no any place to hide their head anymore. That is why they went to Kenya to kidnap him, so that they can shut everything down, and went to Finland to make sure that Simon Ekpa is being shut down. And all those things, it is still causing them more problem and more problem. So my people, everybody is saying the issue and the thing going on in Nigeria, and I would like to hear a comment down below. Like, subscribe, and share the video to go and let others see things happening in the country and the kind of country we are into. Say thank you for watching.